So the first thing is to understand that DDoS technology can be located in different locations on the network. You can acquire DDoS protection on-site, on premises. You can buy a DDoS appliance. That's place number one to protect. The second thing is you can go to your ISP and they will happily sell you their DDoS protection, also known as the clean pipe services. That's another option. Very easy one, by the way. Also, you can go and buy it from the cloud. And there are two variants here. One, if you're using web services, you can use CDN, cloud WAF providers that in addition to that service, or maybe the main service that they will offer you is their DDoS protection. It's a very effective way to protect against web attacks. And if you're not using web, you can go to a DDoS scrubbing center and you can divert your traffic to that services, and they will, under attack, mitigate the DDoS attack traffic and will send you the clean traffic back home. And if you're using a cloud provider like AWS, in addition to the other options, can also offer you their services. It's called cloud native DDoS protection. So you have all these options. And this is what I call the DDoS chessboard. This is where you place your DDoS mitigation pieces. And the way that you place them is what we call the DDoS architecture. And the DDoS architecture is the most important decision that you are going to make with respect to DDoS. That's the way we see things, because it affects so many things later on. And having said that, let me give you a few recommendations. So one recommendation that we give to our customers is that we push them towards the cloud. DDoS is a fight that you prefer not to have inside your own organization. You prefer to have it outside on someone else's territory. Inside your organization, even if you are successful at mitigating the attack, the internet pipe is at risk, the router can be impacted, and there can be a lot of damage. So it's better to push the mitigation outside. So that's one recommendation. The second recommendation is for customers that we see that are using ISPs, especially in small and medium-sized countries. Then we tell them that those protections are typically limited. ISPs, they only have a few customers. They typically can have the ability and the equipment to handle maybe 50 gigabit of flood. That's it, not more. And that's a very small attack nowadays. So they don't have, and they will never have the capacity of the global DDoS providers. And the last thing I want to say is that in many cases, our customers, organizations that we meet, they don't even make that decision actually. When they make the decision about the technology, they think about which vendor to buy. Should I buy vendor A or vendor B? Even though they may have completely different architecture. And our recommendation for organizations is to make first the decision about the architecture. Regardless, don't think for now who is going to be the vendor. And only after that decision, decide who is going to be the best vendor for the architecture that you've already decided for.